I would like to ask you, deviate for a minute, and ask you about a book that isn't on this list. It's called Two Shades of Morning, and it was never published, but we have almost 2 boxes of Two Shades of Morning, and so I've read a good bit of it. I think it's very interesting. And I noticed that you had a lot of comments going back from professional editors and stuff, and synopses and stuff, and I would like to ask you about that novel as a piece of your apprenticeship.
Well,
you know, think about it.
You've got all these laid out, you know, from start to finish, my published works, and I'm thinking of Two Shades of Morning as a thing that it's like a cloud passing over them, because it was the very thing that kept me writing. Two Shades of Morning kept getting all these remarks from big editors in New York. Keep writing, you're doing great, this book is so good, but we can't use it.
Oh,
it's always that way.
Ouch.
And I still think the time will come, maybe not while I'm living, but it will be published. Two Shades of Morning will be published.
I was kind of thinking and feeling that too when I read it. It's like the premise is so interesting, and it's working, and the changes in your use of language over the course of time as people there were a lot more big words before they told her she should tone that down.
I loved those big words. I threw them in there. I'd think up one and I'd go find a place to put it. And that took a lot of time. Two Shades of Morning, though, was very interesting to me as a concept, because I also love the characters, but it's about these 2 beautiful young women in the county, the 2 most beautiful young women in the county, marrying best friends and living next door to each other. And one of them is dying, and she's very manipulative.
That's what fascinated me, was there was no pathos, no sentimentality. It was just, you know, that fascinated me once you did
And Erlene, the other character who is and who is a hometown girl, the other one has moved in. She's an outsider coming in. She comes in, and she totally manipulates this little Georgia girl like me and you, who would feel so guilty if our neighbor was dying. We would let her get away with murder.
Yes.
We would let her do. You wouldn't probably. I would, because I think
I would.
I
was
feel guilty when this
that.
woman dies. So you know, that's what I was playing on. But I didn't have, again, the writing sophistication to handle that subject matter. It was too big for me. I could go back now, and oh my gosh, I've gone back. I even went back last year and worked on it a little bit.
Really?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Because I gave it to my daughter.
How could you work on it if I took it all away? Did you keep the...
I still got another one.
You got the electronic version?
I still got another one. And my daughter was between jobs, and she needed some money, so I said, okay, I'm going to rewrite this for you, and you're going to be called Sandy Shea. And that's going to be my gift to you.
Oh, that's so nice.
Should I thank you or what? But it was fun doing. And everything, that's the important thing the students need to know. Everything you write is important, because you're practicing, and you have to write to write. And you have to read to learn how to read. It's the fact of life. It's the fact of the writing world.